Today, we're going to talk about how you can book one of the most luxurious business class cabins out there, the Emirates Business Class, using your credit card points. We'll be going over what makes Emirates so special, the best routes that you can book to get the most bang for your points. I'll also do a step-by-step walkthrough of how actually to book this using your credit card points. Then we'll discuss some bad news coming from Emirates because they have devalued their award bookings. And I'll share with you some key updates that you should know about before you transfer your points. Okay, so what's the big deal about Emirates Business Class? You have probably heard the hype, and yes, it is real because Emirates is known for its world class service, luxurious business and first class cabins, and overall an experience that just feels elevated. So, we are talking high end multi course dining service, plush amenity kits, and a fancy liquor and wine selection. And of course, their world famous onboard bar on their A380. So basically, if luxury in the sky is your thing, then Emirates knows how to deliver. Now, if you're flying a long haul flight with Emirates, chances are you'll either fly the Airbus A380 or the Boeing 777 aircraft type. The Airbus A380 is definitely the star. You get fully lie flat seats, of course. They're arranged in a 1-to-1 configuration, so everyone has direct aisle access. And it has the world famous onboard bar and lounge. It's roomy, it's modern, and it honestly looks like a flying hotel. The Boeing 777 is still solid, but yes, it does not have that onboard bar. You still get lie flat seats, but they are arranged in a 2-3-2 configuration, which is weird because even in business class, someone will end up with that middle seat. So if you have a choice, I would say go for the A380. However, because it's Emirates, I think I would also take the Boeing 777. Now let's talk about how you can get the best value when booking Emirates Business Class using your points. And for this, we'll need to understand a concept called fifth freedom routes. In simple terms, a fifth freedom route is basically when an airline flies from one country to another, neither of which happens to be its home country. So for US Emirates routes, you can fly between JFK New York to Milan and EWR Newark to Athens in Greece. Now, yes, you can definitely book flights to Dubai and such destinations with your Emirates points, but just know that you will be paying much higher in taxes and fees on those award bookings. So you'll first start by creating your loyalty account with Emirates, and for that you can simply go to emirates.com and complete the sign up process. And once you're done with that, you'll log in and this is what your account will look like. So this is your landing page. And to start your award search, you'll see that by default there'll be this search flights option selected, and under that there is this little checkbox called classic rewards. This is the way that you start searching your award flights on Emirates. So make sure to check this box before you begin your search. So after this, we'll start by entering our destination. So let's start with JFK, which we're going to take as an example today. So we are doing JFK to Milan today, and MXP, which is the Milan airport. For dates, I'm going to choose something random for next year. So let's say March 5th to March 19th. And before we proceed, take note of these little check boxes here. So if you want to select a one-way fare, you check this box. And then if you want to look at multiple dates at once, make sure to select this box, which is plus minus 3 days. So this will give you a broader view of the search instead of these specific dates that you have selected. So I always like to check this box whenever any airline has this available. And we're looking for one-way flights we're looking for round-trip flights for one passenger. And the class we're going to select is business. You can do a similar search for first class also, but we are doing business today. Search flights. So once the results load, you will get this calendar view and you can see the flight options available for your dates and for other dates, plus and minus 3 days of your departure and arrival date. So like you can see, 5 to 19, there is nothing available. This box is empty, but there are other options available for other date combinations. So one other interesting thing to note here is that you'll see 3 types of fares here. So the lowest being 141,000 for a round trip, and the highest being 285,000 miles round trip. And there is something in the middle, which is 174,000 miles. So let's take a quick look at what the difference is between the two. So when you click on the 141,000 miles, the dates are March 4 to March 18th, and you go ahead and click continue. So when this page loads, you will see that this is your fare type available, and when you scroll down, you'll see there are two types of fares typically. So there is a saver fare, which is sold out, which is the cheaper fare, and there is Flex Plus. So the good thing about Flex Plus is that the change fee and the refund fee is complimentary, so which means that you will not be charged a change and refund fee, and that is great for points bookings because sometimes plans change and they will charge you a fee otherwise on a saver fare, which they don't on a Flex Plus. So it's good like that. Let's select a Flex Plus because the saver is not available. But on the way back from MXP to JFK, you will see that there is a saver fare available, and it does come with a change and refund fee. So if you want to pay fewer points, it does come with this slight risk that you will incur all these fees if you change your plans. So by selecting this, we are getting to our total of 141,000 miles plus USD 909. Now let's take a minute to talk about the bad news part, and for that I'll bring your attention to this calendar view. This is from a search that I ran just last week, and if you pay attention to the USD taxes and fees part, you will see that the totals are so different from what you see now. So this is again per person round trip, and if you pay attention, the maximum for this lowest mileage rate that we are having to pay was USD 246. So again, per person round trip, which has now become $910 per person round trip. So that's kind of a big jump and sudden devaluation from Emirates, and that suddenly makes these Fifth Freedom routes a little less desirable and a little more expensive. But having said that, this mileage rate as well as the taxes and fees on these routes is still lower. Even at $910 per person round trip, they are still lower than what you would pay on a route such as JFK to Dubai, where you're looking at, I think, about $2,000 per person round trip, and also a higher number of miles. So take it like you will, but things are not looking so great, and I think that's why they always say that whenever you have enough points, just go ahead and book that trip. Do not wait around, because this is what happens, and this literally happened overnight with Emirates. Alright, so continuing on our original search, this is from today, and this is the fees and taxes that you're going to pay now if you try to book Emirates. And the standard with both fares being Flex Plus is going to cost you 174,000 miles, whereas if you try saver fares, it can cost you 108,000 miles as well. So this would mean that both sides of fares are saver fares. Let's go ahead and select saver fares, so you're getting at least a good deal in terms of miles, right? And let's see what we get. Alright, so each way with a saver fare is going to cost you 54,000 miles, which is great. But unfortunately, the taxes and fees are looking a little higher here at $433, which used to be about $110. I'm not a fan of that. And then the round trip fare, we select this, which brings us to the total of 108,000 miles along with $910. So at the end of the day, if this is really on your bucket list and you don't mind spending $900 round trip on taxes and fees, I would still say this can be worth it. But in my personal opinion, this is really high in taxes and fees, and I'm not sure if I would be willing to pay that. But for the experience, maybe I'll pay it for one way or something. By the way, if you're liking this video so far, I think you'll also like my free weekly newsletter, in which I share with you easy hacks to earn more points, points-related flight deals, the latest and greatest credit card offers out there, and how you can book all these flights using points, which I'm sometimes not able to share on YouTube. So if that sounds like something that you would like, I'm dropping a link in the pinned comment below. Go grab it from there and subscribe to the free newsletter. I'll see you there. Now that you've found the award availability on Emirates website, it's time for you to transfer your credit card points to your Emirates account. The good news, however, is that all the major credit card points currencies transfer directly to Emirates. So think your Amex membership rewards points, your Chase points, Citi, Build, Capital One, all of them transfer to Amex. Most of these transfers are 1:1, but there is a catch. So Citi recently devalued their transfers to Emirates. So you can now only transfer these points at a 1:0.8 ratio. And unfortunately, starting September 16th of 2025, Amex is also devaluing their transfers to Emirates. So you will only be able to transfer it at a 5:4 ratio. That is why I would like to say that if this is something that you were eyeing, make sure that you make your transfers before September 16th of this year, if you were eyeing the Amex transfers, of course. And I have another heads up for you. Emirates points actually do come with an expiration date. So from the date of transfer, your Emirates points are valid for 3 years. So you have to make sure that you make your booking within those 3 years. Just keep that in mind for the next time you're transferring points to Emirates. And that's it for this one. If you like this video, I think you'll also like these videos. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.